Well, hi guys, welcome to another edition of Football Family Feuds. Hope everyone's doing well. And if you haven't already, please go and watch the video that I made yesterday about why I became a Chelsea supporter. So I think it's a good watch, and it will give you more of an insight into myself and my son and what we're about. So today I'm going to be talking about Telles, Chilwell, Giroud, Pickford, Rice, Mertens, a Chelsea pay cut, and I'm going to finish in on Morata. But before I get into the video, guys, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications so that you'll be notified every time we make a new video. So I'm going to start on the story of Telles, and the news going around in one publication yesterday was that PSG are really close to the signature of Telles, and as you know, they're getting rid of their other left back. I keep forgetting his name, Karosky or something. He may be joining Arsenal, so they're looking at Telles as a replacement. This is coming from one source, so I don't know how true it is, because as I've been saying in previous videos that we are really close to tying up a deal with him. So I'm not sure whether it's a case of Porto wanting a quick deal, so they've put PSG's name into the frame to make Chelsea take action, or whether we've gone cold on the deal, because another report that came out today is that Chelsea are still, their number one target for left back is still Ben Chilwell, with Telles being the fullback option. In my opinion, I think that we've got our priorities wrong. Telles should be the number one option, with Chilwell the fullback. We are coming into a stage now where money is going to be tight for all the Premier League clubs. This is due to what's happening with the coronavirus. Money is not coming in through TV revenue, through sponsorship, through gate receipts, etc. So next year's budget is going to be lower than anticipated. And if we're looking at 20 to 25 million euro, that's been quoted, that's what they said that PSG were willing to pay. And we're looking at Chilwell's valuation, which was between 70 and 80 million pounds, then logically it makes sense for us to get Chilwell, not to get Chilwell, to get Telles. And to me, Telles is the more experienced and better defender anyway. And plus, we've got Matson, who's just signed a new 5-year deal. He's 18. So with Telles at 27 years old, that gives Matson a chance to grow into that role, so that when Telles finishes his career, Matson can slot in. Ben Chilwell is 23 years old, so he's going to have a lot of years ahead of him. So that's going to stop the progression of Matson, who's a good prospect as well. So, as I said, it's rumours. There's lots of things going on. Silly season at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. But I still think we'll probably end up with Telles, and I think all these stories coming out in the newspaper about PSG is just agent talk. But I may be wrong. I remember PSG pipped us to that midfielder, Paredes, last season. Chelsea were heavily linked with him. PSG came in, nicked him. That didn't go down too well because he turned out to be a bit of a flop. But I do rate Telles, and I really hope that we can push that one over the line. But as I said, waiting game on that one. Olivier Giroud. Again, as I said, we always getting conflicting reports, because last week the news was that Giroud was willing to extend his contract at Chelsea. Today we're hearing that he's agreed terms with Inter Milan on a transfer for next season. So what do we believe? Do we believe last week's report, or do we really believe this week's report? Don't know. One thing for certain, with the Euros coming up next season, Giroud will go to the side who's going to guarantee him a lot more playing time, because obviously he needs to be playing a lot of games in order to keep his place in the French squad. Moving on quickly, silly season is just upon us at the moment, with no football being played, and we've been linked with our 1000th goalkeeper. This time it's Jordan Pickford who's the name coming up. I can't see it myself. Jordan Pickford doesn't make any sense to me. England international, unless Frank Lampard wants to build an England 11. Is he an upgrade on Kepa? Don't think so, to me. And same height as Kepa as well, so we'll have the same issues when it comes to defending set plays at corners, etc. If we're going to be getting another goalkeeper ahead of Kepa, then somebody like Oblak's the only one for me. Unana at a push. I reckon with all this talk about goalkeepers, come next season, the person who's going to be in our goal is going to be Kepa. So I don't think no one's coming to replace him. That's my opinion. And keeping with the England theme, Declan Rice. Declan Rice, last week I did a video where he said that he wants to play with his best friend Mason Mount again one day for the international team and at club level. Today I'm hearing reports that West Ham need to sell a player. They're being affected obviously with the coronavirus incident. They are in financial trouble. They need to get rid of a player, and the guy who can give them the biggest money is going to be Declan Rice. He's the probably highest value player at the club at present. So with West Ham wanting to offload Rice, with Rice having a preference for Chelsea, Frank Lampard's apparently keen on him. I wouldn't be surprised to see Declan Rice donning a Chelsea shirt next season. I'm not overly enthusiastic in this transfer, but if he comes, I'll support him. You never know, he may be a success. That's the thing with football. Sometimes you think that someone is going to do really well at a club and they turn out to be rubbish, and sometimes you think someone's going to not do so well and they turn out to be a revelation. Everyone at Tottenham, when Tottenham signed Ndombele, lots of Chelsea fans were crying over that deal and saying, why didn't we sign Ndombele? But as you're seeing, he's really struggling in his first season at Tottenham. He's good on the ball at times, but his off the ball work is left a lot to be desired. That's why Jose Mourinho has been frustrated by him at the moment. So if Frank believes in Declan Rice, if Declan Rice comes, I'll give him a chance, see what he can do before writing him off. You know, as I said, I'm not keen, but I'll wait and see what he can do for the club if he does join. Mertens, he was somebody who we were linked with last season. At the end of the window, we couldn't. This season, I should say, in January. But we couldn't quite pull it off. We came in too late in the day. He's going to be reaching the end of his contract at the end of the season, where he'll probably fulfill his goal at Napoli, because he wanted to become their all-time top goal scorer. I think he's one goal away from that at the moment. So if he scores that, he's got, if the season does finish, he's got a few games to beat that record. And they're saying it's out of us and Inter to get him, to sign him. He'll be a good backup, especially if Giroud does go. We can get him because we need a bit of experience. And the good thing about Mertens is that, as I said, he's got the experience. Not only can he play as a out-and-out striker, he can also play on either flank as well. So he's got that versatility that we need as well. And at 32 years of age, he's not going to be expecting to play week in, week out. So he can come in as another option up front. Again, is this another transfer rumour, or are there any legs to this story? Time will tell, not sure. Away from the transfer news now, and some Chelsea players have decided to take a 10% pay cut because of obviously the fact that no football's being played, and to help the club out. And I think it's came from the top really, because when you saw all the good work that Roman Abramovich has been doing with all, you know, giving the NHS the hotel, providing food for the care workers, etc., then they've seen his generosity. So Azpilicueta, as club captain, called the players and found out if, or they the WhatsApp group or something, to find out if they're willing to take a 10% cut to help the club out. And apparently it was just unanimous. Everyone came back and said yes, they are willing to take a pay cut for the foreseeable future. And that's good to see, because so a lot of times footballers get a tough ride of it because people are saying that they are selfish and they don't care about others, etc., etc. But the fact that they have all decided to take a pay cut with no arguments shows that they are kind human beings after all. So let's not give these guys a hard time, guys. Let's applaud the generosity at this time of need. And I've also heard that some of the footballers are putting in a pool to help people who are going through a bad time of it. So yeah, round of applause to all the Chelsea players. Apparently Manchester United players are not doing it. Other clubs have decided to do it as well. So yeah, big plaudits to all those guys who are taking pay cuts. And the final story is about a former player, Alvaro Morata. I just told you the good things that our present players are doing. But this guy has come out, and here's his quotes. He said, "Unfortunately, he had to wear the Chelsea and Real Madrid shirts." This guy is very fortunate, I think, not unfortunate, to have played for two of the biggest clubs in the world, in world football. These clubs deserve better talents than what he displayed at both clubs. In both clubs, he was just very inconsistent. He started very well for us before showing his snowflake character. When things started to go tough for him, he went hiding, and he just had a weak mentality. He hasn't got the mentality to play for the real top clubs, in my opinion. And I think for him to come out with those comments just shows how disrespectful he is. I always remember one game where we really needed him, not that we needed him, but he was on the pitch anyway, so we would have been 11 when it was like we were a goal down, I think it was, and he talked himself into getting sent off. And that to me I thought was very unprofessional, and that just kind of summed up the guy. This is a guy who the Chelsea fans stuck with through his bad times. When he was going through his bad spell, nobody got on his back. They all tried to support him to try and play him back into, or get him back into a good form. But this is the kind of respect that he's given to the club and the supporters. So good riddance that he's gone. Better team without him, and we don't need those kind of characters at the club. So rant over. But guys, that's the end of the video wrap up. Hope you enjoyed it. So let me know what you think. Tellez or Ben Chilwell, guys, are you happy to get in Declan Rice, or would you like to see somebody else come in? Would you be happy for Dries Mertens to replace Giroud as our third choice striker? Would you like to see Jordan Pickford in our goal, or would you prefer to stick with Kepa, or would you like someone else like Nana, for instance? Comment below, and always happy to see your comments, guys, and let me know what you think. Don't forget, guys, to keep safe, carry on washing your hands, and keep that blue flag flying high. Until then, I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.